Welcome everyone. This is the State Troopers tutorials, and we're going to be going over the CAD/MDT system today. So, once you're on duty, you got your uniform, you're all set up. Let's go through this. What you're going to want to do is you're going to hit your F1 muscle to start off with. It's going to show your little wheel here. If you go to work area and open the MDT, it'll show up here. Now, at the top, it should say welcome. Mine says Deputy Commissioner because I am the Deputy Commissioner, and your last name, which is Heinrich. So, uh, you have your main menu over here. This is all your tabs that you're going to use. We'll go over there. We'll go over them later on. As of right now, we're going to look at dispatch area. When we actually get dispatch in the game, they'll put messages here. You can put messages there. You can kind of message them. You don't have to be on the radio. We got our warrants tab right here. You see, as of right now, our recording is 3/11/23. We got Mr. Jaden White Jr. He has a warrant. You can see his incident ID is 191. All that. Every time you go on patrol, you want to look at your warrants and see, oh, okay, Jaden White, Harold Hammond, Marv Telton. Or Teltion, whatever it is. You want to see that and just kind of remember the names, go along. You see, okay, let's see, we got Jaden White going somewhere. Oh, he's got a warrant. And now we know that. We got the quote of the day here. Nah, not a lot of people read them. It says, does anyone read these? Right here we got the bulletin board. You can add stuff to the bulletin board. As of right now, I put a while ago, get on Radio 100, because that is the LEO channel. And Zach put on there, looks like March 1st. Tow channel is 99. We would add something, we would do this, we can enter the title, so we could do EMS channel. Let's say our EMS channel is EMS is on 103. Um, please don't delete other people's bulletin boards, especially these ones, but if you want to right click, you can remove the item. Over here we have our dispatch area again, but this is our active unit. So we can see I'm on duty, Limestone's on duty, and Draco's on duty. You can also see their radio channel, it's 100. Now, if I change my radio channel, it should update, but we'll see. Might have to reopen up the CAD. And it shows up I'm on 103. So we're going to stay on 103 for right now. You got your time at the top and the date at the top. That's good for making reports. So we're going to start off with our profiles tab. Now, this is where you would find information on someone. So you have someone pulled over. Let's say we got Mr. Zach Hope pulled over. So we got Zach Hope pulled over. Right now, we're looking at his information. For some reason, he doesn't have a profile image, even though he has a ton of pending citations and he is a felon. So I'm going to revoke his driver's or weapons license. If someone is a felon and you see that they still have their weapons license in the CAD, eventually it will prevent them from being able to obtain a weapons license, but as of right now, it doesn't do anything. So we're just going to revoke his weapons license because he is a felon. You can see he is a felon because it is put here. You can also look at his known convictions, like felony possession of marijuana, reckless endangerment. He has a bunch. A lot, to be exact. This shows up all his vehicles. So you can see his vehicles. You see all his plates, everything like that. Um, his pending citations, you can click on here. So you want to click on this one. Oh, this one was given. Oh, this was given by me. Cool. And he shot up cops and perished and was revived. Sounds about right. Assault with a deadly weapon. Assault with a deadly weapon. And oh, this one was supposed to be criminal possession, but I accidentally put the wrong penal code. So you can see we got dates and everything. We'll go over that a little later, which will probably be. Yeah, we'll go over that later. I don't know. What as you can see is you see a citizen ID now. If anyone is here for like mechanic shops or anything, The citizen ID is the same thing that they would use to bill for mechanic shops. So if someone uh, needs a vehicle towed and they're going to jail type thing, you can give the mechanic their citizen ID and they will be able to bill them. His forename, which is first name, is Zach. Surname, Hope. Last name, you can see his date of birth and his current job right now. Over here, licenses. If they have a driver's license, it will show up here. Weapons license. This stuff is the driver's license. Most majority of the time, like they have a driver's license. The weapons license, as you see, it shows up. He shouldn't have a weapons license. You kind of have to go off the known convictions and charges. When you do arrest someone that is a felon, or they are becoming a felon, and their weapons license has not been revoked yet in the CAD, please revoke it so we don't run into like this issue. Tags do not save at this time, but eventually they will. You just hit the little plus arrow. You can type in there felon, you hit enter, and it'll show up there. Have his tags. His properties, you can see he's got Grove Street 10 and Goma Street 1. Gallery, which is photos. You can upload photos here. I think basically like past mug shots if you wanted to, more pictures of him, stuff like that. You got his known convictions. So he was trespassing, attempted murder, all this stuff. He's a lot. And I already showed you the citations. The citizen fingerprint, we don't have that yet at this time, but it will be added. And this area is like a little note area. So some people who are a felon will show is a felon here. That's what I like to do. That's what I think you guys should do also. If they have any gang affiliations, anything like that, we also put that in there so we know what's going on. So, now we're going to go over the incidents tab. Now, this is where you could see all of the incidents that happen, everything like that. Well, apparently you can't just keep scrolling, but is where you can see all the incidents of people. So how this works is you would go over to manage incident, you hit the plus arrow, it creates a new incident. Now this is what we do when we're booking someone, giving someone a citation for speeding or etc. This isn't the citation itself, that'll be a separate video, but this is how we would do it in the MDT side of things. So you'd put your date, you see we got 3, 3, 11, 23. Apparently the slash did not put in there. You put your time, you can see at the top of your screen right here, we got 9:48. Now we do have some members in CST or EST time zone, so I like to put EST because I am in an EST time zone. Our location and postal we can put on there. Let's say we're going to be, if you haven't noticed, you can go up above here on this bar. It will do the CAD transparent. It's really good for running plates if you go right up next to them. We can do 810 as our postal, and I don't know what street this is on, but we're going to go with Capitol Boulevard. Capitol Boulevard. So we put our summary here. This is like what happened. I'm not going to type this out, but basically, okay, we got our guy Zach Hope. He was felony speeding, which is 50 miles an hour over, and we caught him on this road. So he's going greater than 50 miles an hour over the speed limit. So we'd put on there, okay, we caught Zach Hope at this location down here at Strawberry Avenue, and we pursued him maybe. We got to this Capitol Boulevard location right next to the state station. We eventually stopped him. We pitted him, and we took him in custody, whatever. Any weapons items confiscated, so if he's got anything illegal, like weapons, drugs, etc., whatever, lockpicks, ammunition, because he is a felon at this time. The tags part, Still don't think this one updated. We don't use that one a lot. The officers involved, you what I do is I put other officers involved. I don't put myself because when you save it, it will show up incident report like James Limestone, Draco, stuff like that. So what I like to do is, okay, let's say we got Alpha 1 on here and we had, I don't know, Charlie 12 right now. He's here. If you know their names, it's better to put their names because especially, well, Alpha 1, his call sign's not going to change. But Charlie 12, his call sign is going to change eventually as they get promoted. So it's good to put their names also. So if you want to right click, you can remove a tag, you can add it. And let's say we'll put Alpha 25, which right now that is Justin. He's the call sign of Alpha 25. Or if we want to put Alpha 44, which is right now Limestone, Alpha 45 is Draco. I think Bagel might be 12 or 19. I don't know. But you could put that. Civilians involved, if there's any extra civilians that were witnesses. So let's say Zach Hope likes to hang out with Wallace Williams. He likes to hang out with Wallace Williams, so he was here too. If there's any evidence collected, this is pictures. So if you want to add a picture, you can do that from the cell phone. Show that real fast. So let's say you do your phone, camera, you add. I got a bunch of mugshots and random stuff here. And I want to throw the bucket truck on here. I don't know who that guy is, but if I want to copy that image, we whip up our MDT again. Yeah, this is going to pop up. You kind of just have to hit X on it right now. And you can add your image and it will show up. It'll be there. You may not be able to click on it right now, but it'll be there. So if it's good to take pictures of the crime scene, especially if there's a vehicle accident, you can add this in there. So our main thing, we have a criminals involved area. What you do is you go here, you can search up Zach and see, okay, we got Mr. Winters, which that's a cop. It's a really good picture too. We got Zach Hope. Uh, this is how you would add the charges for people. So if this is a warrant, you left click, show the warrant. If it's not a warrant, you don't have to do anything. If he's just associated, so if Williams was associated, you could do associated. It won't allow you to add any charges. He could be guilty or processed. Usually it would just be processed, and they can fight it later. But the biggest thing is to add the charges, you would right click in this area, and it would show up modify charges. Then you can add the charges. Now there's a spreadsheet. Um, it will be in the important info of the State Trooper Discord. It is also in the important info of the main Discord. And it shows all these penal codes, these numbers, what they are, and the months. It's just in a spreadsheet form. So what you could do is you could search the charges. So if he was, I don't know, and you could search, but murder of public servant peace officer. Apparently it's felony, but 0 months at this time. That's gonna have to get changed. And let's say he was evading. You have to click on it. Evading. So we got reckless evading. That's what he was doing. And oh, I added it twice. I want to remove it. So up here, so it shows you can search and left click changes from the charger list. That was wrong, but we're gonna go along with it. Left click charges from the larger list. If you want to add the suspect, right click it from the larger list if you want to remove. So if I added it reckless evading twice, I want to right click over here and it will remove the second charge. How you exit out of this is you can hit escape. It will close. Now it shows up here. This is the two charges, and it will show up on his main profile that we viewed before. So at this time, you would fill out your citation, which is going to be another video that we'll cover. But when you're done with that, you could continue on to your jail sentences and recommended the recommended fine will show up on the citation, but your jail sentences. So the recommended sentence for him right now is 10 months. This is officer's discretion. If they're being an asshole, you can give them the full sentence. If they're not, Zach Hope, he's really cooperative. I like him. So what I usually do is you half it or 10 minutes, whatever. So whatever you did put, you put your sentence down here. So let's say I halved it, I put 5. So that way another officer can come here and they can view it. Now, apparently I didn't put that one. What you want to do is you want to put your name. So you do Zach Hope and your charge. I usually do the bigger charge. So murder of Leo. That's what he did. And then you could save the incident. I'm not going to because he didn't do it. But you would save it and it would show up here. So let's view my report from over here. There's a guy trespassing. Michael's has it spelled wrong, but it's there, and I put it there. This is caps lock was there. So basically, yeah, this is a report that I did. You can update it. Oh, it's Zach Hope very conveniently. I think the sentence I gave him was 15 on this one, but let's update our charge. So let's say we got this was attempted murder, but I put assault with a deadly weapon because the attempted murder did not carry a jail amount at this time. So let's put assault. Let's put his name of. Let's put his name of Zach Hope. Now that I've updated my sentence, updated my charge, we're gonna add an officers involved in here because apparently I forgot that. Alpha 01 was on scene. And let's add ESD. Let's fix this house. I don't really. Or let's fix this. I don't really like that. Is that how you spell it? I don't know. We'll find out. And okay. So if we get the save, it should save. Let's go over to here. Let's click back on our incidents tab. Let's click on this Dan Johnson arrest. Where did that go? Yeah. Now it saves. So, yeah, we want our reports to look more professional because as you can see, I can see Bagel's report. You see his report? Looks pretty good. This report, that's a big fine. Holy crap. Report, limestone. Yeah. So this is good. You see, use military time because he's in the military. Would make sense. The report section of the CAD we don't really use. As you can see, apparently they used it, but we don't really use this. The Bolos tab. If someone created a Bolos, we can see you got Justin C. created a Bolo, and it's for Jaden White Jr. Was caught speeding, 135, lost eyes, 2020 Charger wide body. So every time you go on duty, you can kind of check this. It kind of goes along. The warrants are more important than the bolo because majority of the time the bolo only lasts like the day it's issued. Roster, I don't think they updated this, so it doesn't work. It should show the state roster if you go on there. The state roster you can also find in the important info of the state Discord. The DMV area is where you would search people's plates. So let's say, let's type in DMV. Let's see if that shows up. DM. Okay. A Ford Model T. Interesting. So it's pretty cool. So all of the vehicles have a updated image of what the car kind of looks like. The vehicle points doesn't do anything at this time. Do not touch this. That will mess stuff up. But you can see the registration. plate, which interesting. Oh, maybe because it's DM there. That's why. But if you search up the plate, so if we want to do this legitly, let's actually search up his plate. And it will show up James Johnson's Ford Model T. You can see the color is pure white. If you put it in the impound, you can right click this, put in the impound for a linked report, a fee, and a time. If it's stolen, you right click this, you mark this as stolen. Any vehicle notes we have here, so if there's a report, you can add in, oh, vehicle was um, seen going here, look out, known shooter, stolen, whatever. The main thing is the owner, the plate, and what it is, and the color. That's also important. The weapons category, you can see the weapons of people. So if you get a serial number, like let's say I got my pistol, okay, last three is ZSI. So I go open up my weapons, I look up ZSI, and if I find mine, it might be. Holy crap, that's a lot of ZSI. It might not actually do it very good, but if you typed it out longer, you could see that like this pump shotgun is owned by Fabio. So if you ever find this serial number, you look it up here, and oh, well, apparently it's not gonna narrow it down, but you can look and find it eventually. But it will show up pop shotgun or pump shotgun, and it's registered to Fabio. So if you find this gun on the ground, you can see, oh, that's him. Staff logs. I have no clue what this does. I don't think it's updated yet. Cameras. Cameras is cool. So every once in a while we get a Evangelical robbery, Pacific Bank robbery. Any robberies for any store, you can view the cameras. So the main thing we'll go over is Evangelico because we get that a lot. It's a live feed camera of what's going on in there. You hit backspace to close it. So you'd open your MDT, you just click on it. So let's say we want to do Don's Country Store, Polito Bay. Like this store's getting robbed. Oh, we got a guy. He's
You're telling me.
yeah, I am telling you. We got a guy. He's in here. What we could do is we
Right
can
on.
get a picture of him and be able to see like him. So if we don't
I
have
hear
enough
you.
time to respond, I don't hear you. If we don't have enough time to respond, then we can look at the cameras, get a picture, see if anyone knows who it actually is, because majority of the time people wear the same outfits, and use that later on when we actually find them. So I believe that goes over our MDT. If you have any more questions, you can ask in the Discord, the main Whiskey Roleplay Discord, or the State Trooper Discord is fine. You can DM me, uh, ask any officer on duty; they can usually help you. Whatever. This was meant to um, get you into the MDT, show you what's going on, and the bananas are yellow. So now that people might have listened, the bananas are actually purple. So this is it's kind of in there to show if people watch the video, because if you don't watch the video and uh, you have a bunch of questions and don't know how to do it, then I will know you didn't watch the video. So thank you for your time. This has been the MDT, and have a great day.